why you might be feeling like your games when you play online can be anywhere from doing amazing to not, the exact
Yeah.
opposite. And I think a bit of that happens to do with. All right, so yeah, what I typically end up doing is I'd say we run a quick like first to five, and
Okay.
then we'll just we'll go straight into training after that, and I'll share with you what I picked up on, and we'll see what we can do. Okay.
I can tell you one of the flaws that I've definitely got some feedback on from a few people online is that I jump too much.
Really? Okay. Well, I'll see about
Yeah.
that. Jumping is definitely a thing that I think comes from playing a lot of other fighting games for sure.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, you started with Mortal Kombat. I came from a lot of anime fighters, and you're jumping all the time in this game, so that's definitely, yeah, I get it.
Ooh.
Oops. Oops.
Ah. Ooh.
Nice. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Goodness. My goodness. Ooh.
Okay. Alright. There we go.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous playing against you too. 'Cause I watched some videos. You're pretty good, man.
I appreciate it. Hey, that's completely normal. No worries about that for sure. I wouldn't stress too much. We're just, you know, we're just chilling. I'm just trying to pick up, and there's no stress about feeling like you need to do good because just play how you normally play, man. Because I'm getting a ton of information from this. I already have a lot of ideas for what I can help you with,
Oh,
just
okay.
from these. So yeah, no stress. Just do what you normally do. So let's go right down here to training. Overall, yeah, there was a few different things that I was picking up on that I could definitely tell why you might be feeling like your games when you play online can be anywhere from doing amazing to not, the exact
Yeah.
opposite. And I think a bit of that happens to do with a little bit of the somewhat inconsistent, unsafe playstyle that you seem to have right now, which is completely normal. When I think it's pretty consistent to be in Diamond, because I think Diamond is usually where you kind of start figuring out what it is that's really working, and then you kind of just keep pressing forward and advancing on it. The problem is, you know, once you reach that threshold of master, usually if you continue to play a specific way that is not like the recommended, but it's a way that works, you tend to drop off pretty quick and fall pretty low in master, which gets pretty frustrating for sure because you feel like you know, I made it. Why am I still struggling? So definitely there's a few different things that I would recommend working on, and they're just kind of universal Street Fighter things. One of the main ones you actually brought up yourself, which is good to hear though, that you're already like aware of things that you're struggling with. Parry was a big thing. I would say it's not even just that I think you were parrying too much. I think what it was is, so on your wake up, like almost any time that I would knock you down and I would run up, it seemed like you just had it, you had to do something, you know, like you would do like drive reversal, or you would do parry, or like a DP. And I think, you know, being aware of those options that you have is really good. But when you play against very confident players who are very confident with how they play, a lot of times they're kind of just waiting to see like when you're either going to get scared or when you're going to start making mistakes. And they really want to start reading like what you want to go for, especially on defense. So you really want to save, I think, your reversals a bit more. The truth is, when you're playing a diamond, I mean, like how often, when you're doing like a reversal or something, like parry on wake up or like drive reversal, how often does that end up working? Because in diamond, it might be working. I don't know.
Well, Harry this is the highest, you know, ranked character I have.
Yeah.
He's the first one. Akuma was the highest at Platinum 3.
Yeah.
And then I took Perry beyond that.
Yeah.
And like I said, my friend, he's below me now in skill level. When we play, it's like 20-1, but, you know, we just play to have fun and everything.
Yeah.
So a lot of the advice he gives me is actually what I incorporate into my gameplay, and it's stuff that works for him. But with what you said, it sounds like it's kind of it's a detriment to me at my rank when it may be a positive thing for him at his rank. Not to put all the blame on him. Of
no,
course,
no. Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly.
I just and I mainly do it. I do a lot of wake ups and like parries if I know I'm playing an aggressive character, or if I
yes.
Because I've noticed once I hit diamond, around diamond 3 or 4, sometimes people are random, and sometimes, or a lot of times, it seems like it works a little bit. After playing you, though, it's obvious that shit gets, you know, it gets stuff real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, the trick is like, you know, you just gotta start doing it different timing. So like you gotta kind of do everything in moderation. Is the truth, you know.
Yeah.
In our instance, I'm very confident with how I play already. I feel like I know everything that I need to know. So I'm just looking at what you're doing. So I'm just waiting to see what you're doing. And if I see you do want something, you know, I'm gonna do my damnedest to take advantage of it, basically, you know. So, I think the moment that you start realizing that the person picks up on it, that's when you kind of got to start easing off a little bit. But I mean, rule of thumb really is in Street Fighter, like, you want to do whatever you can to like throw off the opponent, because a lot of the times people fighting you, especially when they're playing at a pretty decent rank, like I said previously, they are trying to get you scared. They want to try to bait you out. They want to punish you. That's why I did that shimmy a lot. I was walking up, backing off. And once people start doing that to you, you know, like they start realizing that you're getting antsy on defense, then they can get a ton of damage, you know, because like the truth is, if you wake up with nothing, and let's say it's still their turn, like just sit back and block, like crouch block. Let's say I knock you down and I walk up and I do some shit like this. You know, if you're blocking correctly, at the most, I mean, I get like either a pressure string like this, or, you know, maybe I get a throw. But look how much damage a throw does. It does practically nothing, you know? Compared to a shimmy, which I get a full heavy button off of, a ton of damage, corner carry. So, and that's the same with if you wake up with OD reversal, or like drive reversal or something, you know, like at least with drive reversal, like I also get like this whole combo off. So like, I'm not saying don't use that stuff, but you gotta be a little bit more, you know, you gotta use it a bit more in moderation. You gotta kind of not let the opponent know when you're gonna do it. And what I tend to do is I save it for later in the match. So I tend to save it where I know for a fact they're going to drive rush and do something that's reactable. Like if they drive rush overhead and you see that coming, auto reversal. Auto reversal that shit, you know? Or if you run up and you just know, like, hey, they drive rushed through me last time, I swear to God he's going to do it again, then yeah, why not? Do a drive reversal. But you really want to try to break that habit. So yeah, that's just the thing I'd pay attention to, is just do whatever you can to avoid pressing a button on wake up every single time. A lot of times you are really going to be better off just blocking and waiting to see. Because at the most, you know, like I said, they go for a low or something like that, and you block that. Yeah, they do some shit like this. I mean, at the most, if they realize that you're going to block it and do, you know, like they end their pressure string with like some shit like this, it's your turn. You know, like eventually it's going to end. You know, or you see that they're gonna throw and you tech it. So it's like I definitely recommend most of the time on wake up, you're gonna wanna block instead.
Okay.
Other than that, I would say I don't think I jumped on you too much. Like I said, I play pretty grounded, but I forgot to add in one of the things I usually do to players in coaching, which is to jump a lot on one round to test your anti-airs. How confident would you feel on your anti-airs? Let's say I was like an opponent like was jumping a lot. Okay, nice.
Well, you might not have seen it in our match, but whenever people go to throw me, I know that there's late throw tech, but it seems like I don't know unless they throw me a lot or they become, you know, they have like some kind of pattern. You know, a lot of times people just throw me for free.
Okay.
You know, it's not even about throw loops in the corner, just like in the middle of the screen. They'll just walk up and throw me. Yeah. And it just seems like my brain doesn't, you know, recognize it till it's already past the. Okay. Now sometimes, like I said, if they become recognizable, I'm usually good at that.
Okay, so here's what I'll do. So how about you stand crouch block right here? So realistically, the only way that the way that you need to train your brain to get used to throws is that the way that Street Fighter pressure works, obviously, is let's say I do a few jabs, something like this. I cannot get in on you and do a throw unless I walk up after, right? So what you have to do is you have to train your brain to see this and almost always associate it with throw, basically. Okay. And the other thing is you have to remember that there's an option in this game called tick throw, which people are going to take advantage of a lot, which is literally if you use a small normal like a light, you can cancel that into a throw, which is going to be insanely strong. Because people sometimes, they like to mix you up with that, where they're gonna run up and do tick throw, or they might just run up and throw. If it's if what they're doing is immediately just running up throwing, a lot of the times you can just check it, you know. But like realistically, taking that first throw is not a big deal. It's just nice knowing that like if you know that they've done this before the tick throw, then you can be ready for it. But like the rule of thumb is like if you block well enough, like what eventually the only way that they can really get in, so let's say like they just walk in and do this, they have to walk in again to try to throw you. Yeah. So you have to really work on training your brain. The rule of not rule of thumb. One thing that's pretty important though that this might trip you up is once people are comfortable enough with their walk speed and stuff like that, what they will try to do is take advantage of how well you react to throw and start hitting you with shimmies. So for instance, they'll do stuff like this. Here, so block low. You know, like they'll do that whole... Yeah. So I would say that most of the time people are going to want to go for throw before they try to shimmy. Because this game's all about conditioning. So it's all about putting the fear in your opponent of an option and then making them think you're going for it and then punishing them for trying to bait, like for trying to do it, basically, for trying to react.
There have been some players that's done that where they've walked up and I thought they were going to throw... They backed up just enough to get the punish counter. Right. Yeah, and a lot of the times what you can do, like for instance in this situation, so block low. Instead of trying to tech that throw of him walking up, just do a crouch light jab. Because that's fake. What he's doing, that walk up, that's fake. That's not real. So, yeah. So you just hit him out of it.
Yeah, exactly. The thing that I meant is that if they're doing a bunch of crazy pressure or something and they're just doing stuff like this, if you see them walk up, that's when you need to be like, oh, that is basically what you do for like, yeah, he's probably gonna throw me. You know, like that's usually what they do. So yeah, I would work on just training your brain to get used to that. But for the most part, when you do fight good players, you do have to understand like a lot of the times they're not gonna throw you forever because good players, what they want to do is, like I said, they want to put the fear of a throw in your brain. So they want to do it once or twice, and then that third time they're almost always going to shimmy, because then they get a ton of damage off of punishing you. So yeah, that's just something important to pay attention to. So I noticed at some point during the match, when you were trying to get in and I was blocking your pressure, I noticed that you did something like this. So go ahead and block low. You did a like double drive rush because I blocked those hits that you did basically, and you spent like a lot of your meter to get in. You really, I'm sure you know this, but drive meter is like your most important resource in this game. Keeping it above the other opponent, or at least keeping yourself out of burnout, is really the rule of thumb here, and trying your best to punish them by dropping theirs before yours so you can kill them. Because this game is kind of dumb. If you get an opponent into burnout and you have the right setups, they can't do anything. You will win. Like, you can push them to the corner. Especially Terry, he has this shit right here, where he can go yeah. Like, if they're in burnout, they're not doing anything to that. You know, so you can just push them to the corner and kill them. The reason why I was saying that is because you're going to want to get used to doing a bit more real pressure. And the ones that I would recommend doing were basically what I just showed you before, which is that tick throw pressure. So it's honestly just keeping it simple. And that is to bring this game back to strike throw mix. So let's say you can't open a guy up. Throwing fireballs, you're trying to hit him with like random shit, like crack shoot, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're just trying to hit him with a low forward, because Terry's a Shoto, so the rule of thumb in this game is to hit somebody with your low forward and get in. That's this move right here. But let's say every time you do this, he's blocking low, and you cannot get him. That's when you need to drive rush like you did before, but you need to use your drive rush appropriately. You don't want to overuse it. So what I do is I notice, I've practiced enough that, and there's a way to practice it as well in training, where you know you got to hit confirm. So you drive rush, and you know based off if you got that little orange, animation that pops up, or go ahead and block it. Or if you get that, obviously we don't get anything. And based off what I get, I go for different options. So let's say that he blocks it. I'm almost always going to do that. You see what I did there? I drive rush, and I do the crouch light punch. The reason I do that is because you get multiple options off of that. Your three main options off of this are tick throw, like I showed you before. You have a meaty, which is your crouch, what's it called? Your crouch medium punch. Try to mash. After you see this light jab come out, try to mash to get out. So let's do... After the first crouch light. Yeah, like that. See how you got counter hit? So, yeah. So one is really good for throwing the opponent, putting the fear of throw in their heart. Meanwhile, the other is an option that you can do when you know that the opponent is mashing a ton on your pressure, and you want to take advantage of that, and you want to punish them. And Terry's one of the sickest characters in this game because he gets a full conversion off of this without even having to spend meter. So once again, do the mash. Here, let's try again. So you you get stuff like that. And the rule of thumb in this game is to push the opponent to the corner. Terry does that like no one else. Like, Ken is probably one of the only other characters that can push you to the corner like Terry. It's insane. And the last option is going to be the shimmy. So let's say, yeah, exactly. So if you struggle with opening opponent up, you got to reset your game, and you got to remember this game at the end of the day is just strike throw. So you just want to get in with trying to get in with your low forward drive rush, and when you get in, depending on if they block it, you do those options that I just showed you, or if they don't, you go for a full combo. You know.
Yeah.
But realistically, you are a lot of times you're just walking around and doing this. You're walking around, throwing out fireball every once in a while, just kind of sitting at this range, and then every once in a while throwing out a heavy kick, because heavy kick. Go ahead and block. Look how much drive meter this does. Look at that.
That's almost the whole thing.
Exactly. So you throw this out a ton. So I'm usually just sitting around waiting for somebody to throw out and whiff a normal, because if they do, I'm hitting that.
Is that punishable by a lot of things, or what's the frame data on that?
It is not punishable. So let's pull out frame right here. Okay, so you go ahead and block. So It is -4, and the fastest normals in this game are 4 frames. But if you space this out well correct enough, mash light punch after. Yeah, you can't hit me. Because if you space it out well enough, you're far away enough. So it's not punishable. And that's why it's really good to just throw this option out, deal some drive meter. And if they whiff a button, so do the sweep like you just did. Or do sweep.
Okay.
You get something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So you really do want to be fishing for those.
We were talking about the drive rush thing. One of the things I learned recently that I may be doing a little too much of is drive rushing in the heavy, because I know after the patch that they did, I think it's 5 frames on block, and then after that you can like try to get a counter with a jab.
Yeah.
I think maybe the medium punch is faster than the standing medium.
So
and yeah.
I actually think using that is great. I use it a lot too. When I mean what I mean like using this, I more mean specifically, okay, mid screen I can't open this guy up. Let me go for basic mix-up. Because this is just like this little setup, like all of that, it's all wrapped up into one little like setup, but it's like a reliable setup. But I still do this a ton, where I will drive rush heavy. If there's ever a situation where I can guarantee drive rush heavy, so for instance, don't block. Let's say I just go for something like this,
Yeah.
I will go for that shit because plus frames are amazing. Exactly. It's more something I do on wake up, because you get a ton of plus frames. A lot of times what I end up getting after this is another strike throw mix situation. So just let's just do like crouch block. I will drive rush, and what I like to do is I go for a few different options. I will throw, which usually you'll have to do a micro walk, so usually you have to walk a second and then throw.
Okay.
Or you can go for crouch medium punch, obviously, which frame traps people. You can also go for crouch medium kick and hit a low. So yeah, depending on like whatever they're blocking, you have all these different options.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, no, I definitely keep using that. If you have a situation like with Oki, like to use this, to pull this move out, do it, because it's incredible. Plus frames, and you can even do it into another heavy punch. That's real.
Oh, okay. I knew you could do that for combos. I didn't know you could do it on block.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at the drive meter damage. Full bar.
Yeah, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to, you could end it with a fireball to do even more. So like, hold on.
Man, that's almost 2 bars.
Yeah. No, it's stupid. So, yeah. So no, you already knew about that, and yeah, just take advantage of it. Like Terry is a drive meter demon. He just wants to destroy your drive meter and have the advantage, push you into the corner with his amazing corner, carry, and hit you with his crazy neutral skip options. One of them that I didn't see you use as much as I was hoping you would is, and you did use it a little bit, but you mainly want to save it for setups, which is your burn knuckle.
Yeah.
Burn knuckle's so good.
I do use that a lot. It's one of my favorite moves.
Okay.
I know, like, if you do like this, you can. I don't know if that's real. That's something that.
Okay.
Because I know you can like scoot forward or jump, and it's a safe jump.
Oh, I know
but
what you're
whenever I
talking
do
about.
I didn't know if like doing the burn knuckle after that, the frame data seems to suggest that it's got some, like if you just do burn knuckle, that it, it's the same thing as a safe jump.
Oh, it's a meaty. So do mash on wake up. Yeah, that meaties.
Yeah.
So do you know what a meaty is?
Is that Oki? Is that the same thing?
It has to do with Oki. So, perfect.
Okay.
This is another thing we can talk about. So, one of the most important things that you can do to punish opponents who mash is to hit them with a meaty. So, a meaty is literally just if you hit the opponent on the exact frame that they wake up and punish them for trying to mash when it's not their turn. So, for instance, in that situation that we just saw, I hit you with the throw after that drive, after that little burn knuckle, and it said counter hit. The reason it said counter hit is because you were pressing a button, and it punished your button because it hit meaty. So, for instance, just do it again. There we go. So yeah, you get counter hit. Throw is 5 frames, and this is 6, so you could probably also do something like this. Hold on, I messed up. Yeah, you could also hit crouch medium punch, and that hits me. So basically, what that means is it hits an opponent if they try to mash, and it punishes them if they do. Yeah, no, I mean, I think these are great. The ones I traditionally use is I cycle through 3 different options. So off of this, I will do, not that one, oops. I will do the different bird knuckles. So medium bird knuckle. The reason I do medium bird knuckle is because you get a double dash into a meaty throw. So 1, 2.
Oh, okay.
And then if you do heavy, you get a dash up into a meaty heavy punch. So there's heavy, 1 dash, heavy punch. For instance, I think heavy also gives you a dash up. Now the throw, you have to manually time. But yeah, it's dependent on what I want to get, right? And then the main one that you'll see master players do is this one right here, which I'm still working on because the timing's a little iffy. But you get insane drive rush pressure.
It is tough to do. Every time I do it, I always whiff, and it's just, yeah.
It takes time. That's why I was saying when I used to before I learned it, I was consistently cycling through the 2 burn knuckle options. So I was doing the medium to do a dash up meaty throw, and you get good corner pressure. I mean, corner push, and then the heavy if you want to run up and hit a heavy punch and get plus frames.
Okay.
But obviously, yeah, I mean, like the ones you were doing, I like as well. Like I like this one as well. I would keep using this. I think this one's great. This one would definitely throw me off because I've never seen that one, so I would definitely throw that in there.
If you look at my profile, I've got like 512 hours in practice mode from just. It's not all Terry, but
yeah, just trying shit out. Cool.
Just you know, and since I like burn knuckles so much, I've tried to find ways to, you know, incorporate it more into my game plan.
Right.
Something I do also is like if they knock me down and it's like this far away, I'll do this and then I'll throw out the heavy.
Yeah.
And I've kind of got it memorized where the safe spot is on block.
Perfect.
And I try to like if their health is low, I'll do this. You know, and try to get the combo, you know, shit like that.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, no, that stuff looks great. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was going to say is I think really the main thing you need to work on clearly is your defense because your offense is looking good. You've already practiced a bunch of setups for offense. You know, even if you don't have like the right terminology or whatever, it doesn't matter. You seem to understand already the idea of what you're supposed to be going for. So, yeah, I think offense looks good. Obviously, there's tweaks, but there's always tweaks. You know, I still need to make tweaks myself. So, I think you're in a decent spot right now, though. You know, just a few slight changes. Just making your pressure a bit more real. Going for a bit more real mix. But other than that, yeah, I think it's mainly just defense. You know, it's just mainly just working on trying to make sure that you break those defensive habits and try to play a bit more safe on defense and not take as many risks and, you know, make the opponent wait. Make them have to try to do their best to get something out of you and try to open you up because you don't want them to realize that you're easily opened up. You don't want them to, you know, make you react with like an OD reversal really early and then they go, okay, cool, now I just get to try to bait them out. So yeah, play more confident.
So painful watching them just you know, ragdoll me all over the screen.
It's the worst. It really is. What I would say is maybe we just play one last first to 5, and then the next time what I'd like to do is probably check where you are by possibly watching some of your like rank matches and stuff like that, and seeing like how you play against other players. Nice. There you go. Exactly.
Shit.
That I will say that is a setup that specifically is supposed to punish you for parrying. That's why I keep doing it. Just check.
At least it was 1 and not 8 or something.
There you go. Now we're blocking. I like it. Oh, should have punished it with like a medium or something. Nice.
Yeah, I literally used his worst, slowest move.
Yeah, his sweep is not very good, unfortunately. Nice. Oh, unfortunate.
Some people do stop blocking early.
Yeah, I got you.
Not that you know, justifies it, but...
No, I get it. I know, but like I understand the reason for sure.
Nice finish.
Thank you, thank you. Nice. You were a little too plus there, so you had to wait a second to throw your throw. That's why I whipped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. I like that. There we go. This is probably the most of those I've ever gotten a perfect parry on. I'm not usually that consistent with it. Okay, let's see what we do to get out. Okay. Honestly, I don't blame you. I can't blame you. I will say, I think traditionally what I end up doing in the corner in that situation is I save my level 1 or level 2 for the moment I see drive impact, then I throw it out. Because then you can guarantee a punish and get out of the corner. Okay, not every time.
Ah.
Okay. Okay, pushing me back, I like it. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Nice parry.
Ah.
Oh, nice. There we go. Okay, false frames. Nice. There we go. We get some real pressure. Hell yeah. Already figuring it out. Literally. That's it. Yes! The shimmy! Yes! This is it. That was it. That was it. That was literally it. Nice.
Nope.
Oh shit. I pressed the button. Okay. What we seeing? What we seeing? What we seeing? Oh shit. I tried to press the button. Oh fuck! Yes! Oh shit. I dropped it. Should be able to. As long as I don't press the button here. And I forgot. Hey! There we go. That's what we want to see. I like it. Okay. Not bad. Oh shit. Let's get the fuck out of me. Okay. Bro. Oh, fuck that one up. Oh, I dropped it. Oh shit. Okay, what are we doing here? Nice level 1. Oh, almost got it there. Hey, 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 I like that. Alright.
Alright, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, man. Hope you have a great night. It was fun playing sets with you,
Yeah.
and I look forward to see your progress, brother.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Peace out. Have a good night.
See ya.